Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, a very happy new year to you. And now we are going to start today chapter 14, The Great Indian Desert. This is your last chapter in your annual syllabus that we are going to complete in two videos. Today I will discuss the half of the video, and in my next video I will conclude it. So let us discuss the Great Indian Desert. It is also known as Thar Desert. The Great Indian Desert lies to the western part of our country. See, this is the Great Indian Desert and it lies in the western part of our country, and the place you can see, and the Aravalli Hills divide Rajasthan into two parts. The eastern part is a fertile one where Chambal river flows, and the western part is Rajasthan because it has less rainfall, because here less rainfall and or no rainfall occurs. That's why this part is barren, and this is known as the desert area. Now, what is a desert? It is a land full of sand. The flat area covered with sand. It has very less or little or no rainfall. That is known as desert. So our country is having, and Rajasthan lies to the southwest of northern plains. Here we have read in the previous chapter the northern plains, and Rajasthan lies to the southwest of the northern plains, and you can see this area is totally desert area. Okay, and Aravalli Hills divide Rajasthan into two parts. The eastern part is very fertile, or you can say quite fertile land, and the western part is totally rocky and sandy. That means it is the desert area, and river Chambal flows through the eastern part of Rajasthan. The western part of Rajasthan is also known as the Thar Desert or the Indian Desert. You can say it is known as the Indian Desert. And the desert, how it is formed? Due to less rainfall, and there is no vegetation, nothing, and heavy soil erosion is there. That's why how desert was formed, due to low rainfall and heavy soil erosion. Now we will find out the reason why soil erosion occurs and why there is less rainfall. The Aravalli Hills is like this, and it stops and to the border of Pakistan. And how does it stretch? The stretch, that means spread of desert of Thar Desert. How much is spread? We can say the Thar Desert spreads from Aravalli Hills to the border of Pakistan in the west, and from Rann of Kutch to the southwest of border of Haryana in the north. Now, and it occurs in forms a part of Sindh desert also. It is a part of Sindh desert also which lies in Pakistan. So a vast area of Rajasthan is covered with sand, and that area is known as desert. Now the climate is what you can say. The climate of Rajasthan or the desert area, during daytime it is very hot, and in summer days the nights are warm. The nights are cool and the days are hot. And in winter the days are warmer, and the nights are very much cold, because sand becomes very cool very fast. It becomes cold, and there is a little rainfall in this region, as because Aravalli Hill lie in the direction of rain bearing winds and are not able to stop the winds to have their rain. Okay, and the places here, due to storm, the wind shifts from one place to another, and it forms small mounds, and they are known as sand dunes. And sometimes when strong winds blows, that with a great, and that causes to sandstorm. And this heavy storm that blow away the top soil, that causes the loss to the soil, and that leads to soil erosion also. Now this damage of soil erosions, large area form in the desert, and this becomes dry and barren. This area becomes dry and barren because the topmost soil, which is the fertile soil where plants grow, that is blown away by the strong winds, and in this way deserts are formed, and trees do not grow there in these desert areas because climate is very hot and dry, and sometimes it does not rain also. So at some places we found the trees like babool, palm, date palm, thorny kika, cactus. These are the plants we find. The plants need less rain water to survive. These plants are found in this region. And the farmers grow here wheat, gram, jowar, bajra. These are the cultivation which needs less rainfall or less water to grow. So that type of cultivations are grown, and the farmers grow that type of crops here. The government has set up the largest wheat farm at Suratgarh. Okay, India's largest wheat farm is set up at Suratgarh. And water is found in some places in the desert area. We find water, and that place is known as oasis, and the localities are also, they settle down near the oasis only. The villages that we find in desert areas, they are all set up nearby the oasis, and oasis is a place where we find water. Okay, a fertile spot where, and in the desert area only. And we find here the mostly what happened, water comes mostly from the small amount of rainwater, and that is collected in streams and ponds or underground water wherever it may be stored. And most of the villages in deserts, they are set up near the oasis, and date palm trees are found near these places. Now this was about all the desert. Now government is also trying to make the place fertile, and government has taken some measures, and it has been taking effort to make the places, the soil irrigating purpose, for using the irrigating purpose. Now the water of Satluj has been brought to these desert areas through the Rajasthan Canal. Through Rajasthan Canal, the water of Satluj river has been brought to this desert area, and this Rajasthan Canal is also known as Indira Gandhi Canal, and it is the world's longest canal. Mainly people of Ganganagar and Bikaner district, they depend on this canal only. Mainly river is supplied to them from this canal. So Indira Gandhi Canal is the world's longest canal. Please remember this point. Okay, and that due to this canal, the area has been turned into green. So many shrubs and bushes are grown, trees are planted nearby the canals, and here a largest saltwater lake is also found here in Rajasthan, and it is the India's largest saltwater lake named Sambhar Lake. This lake is known as Sambhar Lake, which is found in Rajasthan. Here the main transporting system is done through camel. That's why camel is called the sheep of the desert, as because people travel from one place to another with the help of camel, and that's why they can, because the camels can move very easily on sand, they can walk very easily on sand. That's why they are called the sheep of the desert, as because the camels are having padded hooves that do not sink into the sand, and then that's why they can walk very easily on sand, and people use the mode of transport for one place to another through camel only. They move from one place to another, their goods and luggages they carry through camels from one place to another, and these camels has a lump of fat in their hump, and this fat only provides nourishment to them, and when they don't have anything to drink, or this body only they use it as water or food when there is nothing to eat or drink. Okay, so camels use this fat nourishment for their own development, and the rest part we will discuss in our next video. Thank you, children.